When I was younger, I always was fascinated by cartoons. As a kid growing up in New Jersey, on my free time, I would always watch cartoons and also draw my favorite characters. And all that is what inspired me to pursue animation and to create VantoonTV. So I thought, why not share to you guys my top 10 favorite cartoons and anime shows of all time. Number 10, Yugioh. Yugioh has always been the most superior show related to card games. The card monsters were so cool as a kid growing up, and all the characters were really good. The animation style was pretty unique, and the show was pretty special. Not only you could watch the show, but you could also interact and play with the cards as well as your favorite characters did. This is what made Yu-Gi-Oh so great. Number 9, Courage the Cowardly Dog. This show was funny and very different. The animation style was weird, and this show was kind of scary. Even it being weird, the show worked. Courage the Cowardly Dog is truly one of the most iconic dog characters ever. Definitely up there with Scooby-Doo and all of them. Number 8, Justice League. This show definitely could have been higher on my list, but I think number 8 is a good spot for it. This show had all the top DC superheroes in it. The characters were portrayed very well. The action scenes were top notch, and it had a perfect mix of serious and fun. The live action movies can definitely take notes on how the Justice League should be done in the rest of DC. Number 7, Ed, and Eddy. Ed and Eddy was a group of 3 friends that shared the same name. They went on funny adventures, and all 3 characters were so funny, and the animation style was very unique and so cool. This was Cartoon Network's most successful show, and definitely one of my favorites. Number 6, SpongeBob SquarePants. This one had to be on the list. SpongeBob is one of the most iconic cartoon characters of all time, and it's Nickelodeon's most successful show ever. The cast of characters were all funny, and you can definitely make a case this could have been a top 3 best cartoon show. Number 5, South Park. Despite the paper cut animation, South Park is one of the funniest and most raw cartoon shows ever. What makes the show so good is that they're not afraid to offend anyone, and anything goes in the show. This show really pushed the limits of animation with its humor and often controversial topics. Number 4, The Simpsons. I know what you're thinking, this should have been higher on the list, maybe even number 1. But even though it being a very iconic show, it is not as entertaining as the top shows above it. Even though this show has inspired many cartoons after it. This is definitely one of the greatest family cartoon shows ever, and Homer Simpson is definitely one of my favorite cartoon characters. Number 3, The Boondocks. This show broke boundaries more than any other animated show. It was always hilarious. In my opinion, one of the smartest ideas for a show I ever seen. All the characters were funny and added something special to the show. This was one of the shows that inspired me to make cartoons too. They should definitely bring back The Boondocks for more seasons. Number 2, Attack on Titan. I don't watch much anime, but Attack on Titan is one of the few I watch, and I'm glad I found it because it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. The action scenes are intense and one of the best of any animes that I've ever seen. All the characters play its part, and definitely a show you have to watch from the beginning to the end. And my number 1 top cartoon is Family Guy. Family Guy is the funniest cartoon I have ever seen, and the writing is superb. It's very similar to The Simpsons, but this show has a lot more hilarious characters. It features very hilarious cutaway gags that each character takes a part of. Each character has a different personality where they all get to shine. Its delivery and jokes are almost always on point. Family Guy is very controversial, and it always brings relevant topics of pop culture into its series. What makes this cartoon so great is that it's very entertaining and you can learn things from it, and it's not afraid to explore imaginations and scenarios where you can't do in real life. Seth MacFarlane is one of my mentors, and he's a genius in making Family Guy. That's why Family Guy is my number 1 top cartoon. So what do you guys think about my list? Do you agree or disagree? What's your top 10 favorite cartoons? If you like this video and you want to see more, give it a like and comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to VantoonTV to watch more videos. Also, please support my Patreon and GoFundMe account so I can start on some new projects. With your help, we can create more awesome cartoons on VantoonTV. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Alright, goodbye.